Pardon me. Just the other day, I quit the company that I worked at for a few years. I worked there because I lied to myself and said it was for my own livelihood. But as the days and years went on, the part of me that couldn't give up on my dream was growing bigger and bigger. Ever since I was a little kid, I wanted to work at a job that had even a little bit to do with outer space. I had failed in many interviews, and this place was my last hope.
Come on in, have a seat there.
Pardon me. Wait, what? I was shocked. That's because there was a face within the interview team that I knew. That was my classmate from high school, Chika Ichikawa. Is something wrong? No, sir. Nothing at all. Well then, let's begin the interview. Yes. During that time, Chika didn't even try to look in my direction. Looks like your previous job is in a completely unrelated industry, Mr. Kimura. Yes, in my previous company, I was doing something similar to an on-site director. Thanks to that role, I believe I have very good people skills, as well as schedule management skills, and...
It's true that you may be good at communication, but in turn, the downfall is that you're always worried about what other people think and you're not able to prioritize your own opinion.
No, that's not true. When the time calls for it, I will say what needs to be said.
Is that so?
What's the matter, Ichikawa? It's not very like you to speak so harshly like that.
It's nothing, sir.
Are you sure? Oh, looks like your hobbies are stargazing. Yes. Back when I was a student, I was very active in the astronomy club. At that time, I was also the club leader and...
Can you be so proud to be the club leader of a club with only 2 people in it?
Yes. My partner in the club was somebody who wasn't very good with other people. And because I was always following up for her, a lot of people kept their distance from me.
I never asked for that.
Well then, you should have been more honest. You're the one that can't say your own opinion at all.
Excuse me? I'm the only one that said my own opinion?
You liar. You were always just hiding behind my back. That's all you ever did.
Are you already losing your memory at that age?
Look who's talking. It may be true that I lost when it came to math and science subjects, but I've never once lost in memory tests to you.
Are you seriously gonna bring up something from that long ago?
Ichikawa? Do you know him?
Yes, I do. He's, my classmate from high school.
Is that so? Oh, Mr. Kimura, that's enough for the interview today. Thank you very much. We will contact you later with the results. Oh, yes, excuse me. And then I came back to reality and realized what I was doing and where I was. And that was the worst interview of all time. Ended. Wow, I can't believe I did that. I completely forgot that I was sitting in a final interview, and I got into a fight with Chika, even though we haven't seen each other in over 10 years. But glad to see she seems to be doing well. There's no way I'm gonna get it. That was probably the worst interview I've ever had. It was the company of my dreams, but I just have to give it up. Maybe on my way home I'll print out another copy of my CV and get a can of beer too. When I looked up at the sky, the stars were shining brighter than ever, and that felt so far away that I could never even reach there. Just like she said, Chika and I were classmates in high school. Not only that, but we were also in the same club. A club with only 2 members in it. During the daytime, the 2 of us observed the black points of the sun together. And when there was a peak of a meteor shower, we would ride our bicycles deep into the mountains where there was no light in order to watch them. Whenever the ISS would pass the sky above us, we would meet up at the park and stay up all night to watch it. So, well, I'm sure you can imagine. Chika was my classmate, my club partner, and also my ex-girlfriend. It was good in the beginning. She wasn't very good at her relationships with other people, so she was always relying on me, and I got carried away. However, Chika was brilliant with good grades, she was beautiful, and she had no faults and only became more attractive. And in turn, I started to hear a lot of the guys talking about us behind my back. Why is it Kimura of all people? She's way out of his league. I knew that better than anyone. That's why, before we decided on which college to apply for, I chose to break up with Chica. I want to break up.
But why? We said that we would go to the same college.
I felt so pathetic that I couldn't answer her. I wanted to at least become a guy proud enough to stand right next to her. And when that happened, I could apologize and go back to find her. However, I was still the same pathetic guy, and nearly 10 years later, that's how I showed up in front of her. All right, time to go. In the end, the resume that I reprinted on the day of the interview went to waste. I don't know what kind of miracle happened, but I'd received an offer from the company that Chica was working at, my #1 dream company. I'll start working in this department from today. My name is Kimura.
Yeah, I know.
I look forward to working with you, Miss Ichikawa.
Isn't this the first time you're calling me Miss Ichikawa? Even though all these years you called me by my first name?
But here, you're my manager, Miss Ichikawa. So I have...
That necktie doesn't even look good on you. And why are you in a suit?
Because today is my first day of work. So isn't it obvious?
You need to come in your working uniform starting tomorrow.
That work uniform doesn't suit you, Miss Ichikawa, does it?
It doesn't matter as long as I can move in it.
Even though there's so much more you could work with, you've always been that way.
Says who? Says the guy who, even though I showed up all dressed up to a date, he couldn't say one single thoughtful word about it.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. Yeah. Happy to see that you two are getting along today as well.
Sir, why is it that Mr. Kimura, has to be in my department under me?
Was that not okay?
Well, it's not that it's not okay, but...
Ichikawa, you're brilliant. But you don't really let people see the real you. And you always try to do all of the work by yourself, don't you?
Well, that's because I know that I can do it.
Yeah, when you're as brilliant as you, there are a lot of projects that you can wrap up like that. But you know what, Ichikawa? There's only so much that one person can do alone. That's why as humans, we work together to reach the places that we can't reach ourselves. Through family, or friends, lovers, and even at work, by building a community. You also need to learn how to rely on other people.
And you're telling me that that's Kimura?
It's rare that you would show your emotions in front of somebody, so we're counting on you, Kimura. During the interview, you said that that was one of your strong points, right? We have high hopes for you. I'll do my best. Yeah, we look forward to it. The CEO seems like a great person.
Yes, he is.
That being said, when's the last time you called me Kimura, Chica?
Oh, you're back to talking to me like before?
Should I change it back? Miss Ichikawa?
It gives me chills, so just go back to before.
Chica? I finished the materials for the next meeting.
I already double-checked it. That's fine.
Well, then, I'm gonna send the email to the client. Wait, what? Hey, the day of the meeting has been changed in the calendar.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you mean, yeah, that's right? You know you need to tell me these things.
But I'm the only one attending that meeting anyway.
That's exactly what the CEO was talking about, you know? I'm amazed that you've been able to work until now with that lack of communication.
I also do what needs to be done when it's necessary.
You don't. I hope you realize that's why everybody around you has to cover up for you quite a lot. Anyway, don't mess up that meeting.
I know.
Are you sure? Do you want me to come with you?
I'm fine. I've already been there multiple times already.
Wow, look at that. Miss Ichikawa has been cornered.
Ever since Mr. Kimura joined, it's a lot easier to work and it's a huge help.
Seriously, I can't believe that Miss Ichikawa of all people is actually trying to communicate with us.
Hey, Tori.
What?
What do you think of this?
The instructions are hard to read, especially here in this section. It's hard to understand. So if you include an image for reference, it'll help.
I see.
Work was going more steadily than I expected, and it was fun. It even made me think back to the high school astronomy club days a little bit.
Well then, we're going to the welcome party from Mr. Tori Kimura.
Cheers! Cheers!
Hey, is it true that you were high school classmates with Miss Ichikawa?
Yeah, it's true.
What was Miss Ichikawa like back in high school?
I still have a photo. Do you want to see?
Yeah, I want to see. Wow, look at Miss Ichikawa. She's so cute.
This was during the astronomy club trip.
This is at the beach, right? Don't you have any photos of her in a swimsuit?
Of course not. But also, the astronomy club generally is most active at night, so during the day, we were asleep. Of course, that was a lie. There was no way that I could show them the photos of her in the swimsuit.
Hey, why do you still have those? Oh, wow, Miss Ichikawa is panicking. That's so rare. Anyway, delete them. Hey, tell us more stories about her past.
Sure.
No, Tori, you need to come over here. Oh, are you getting jealous? It's nothing like that. I just don't want anybody talking about my past. Hey, are you sure you don't have any photos of me in a swimsuit?
Who knows?
Oh, judging by that reaction, you definitely still have them.
Well then, you better not have photos of me still.
I deleted them.
That pause. You're lying.
I'm not lying. But I never could have imagined that I would be drinking alcohol with you like this, Tori.
That's true. Coincidence sure is scary.
Is this a coincidence?
What?
Nothing, never mind.
I also didn't expect that you'd be able to drink that much.
Well, yeah, this is nothing to me.
Really? Your face hasn't changed much, so I didn't realize. Are you drunk?
I'm definitely not drunk.
This isn't good. No more alcohol for you. Water. Drink water. By the time I realized, it was too late. Chica fell asleep right after, and a while after, I'd been walking with her on my back.
Huh? What are you doing?
You ordered me to do this, to piggyback you and take you home, even though I was the main character of the party today.
But I guess you still listened to what I said.
You are my boss after all.
Is that all?
As she said that, Chica sounded sweet, like something other than the alcohol was speaking. But I tried to pretend like I didn't notice. Whoa, you reek of alcohol.
You're the worst. Oh, you can just take me to that bus stop.
I'll take you all the way home.
What are you trying to do? Taking a drunk girl all the way to her apartment?
I don't have that kind of nerve against my manager.
And what about your ex-girlfriend?
Even less so.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You're not leaving?
I'll at least wait until the bus comes. You are a girl after all. I can't just leave you alone at night.
Well, guess you can be nice. Tori, you've really grown up, haven't you?
Huh?
Looks like you finally know how to treat a girl. Is there somebody that you're dating right now?
No. What about you?
Well, I am pretty popular, you know.
Which means you're not.
There's this person that I used to date back in high school.
Yeah?
And then he dumped me out of nowhere.
Yeah?
I couldn't understand it at all, and I thought where I went wrong. But I just couldn't figure it out. And I thought so hard about it that I got tired.
Yeah?
So that's why I just thought, I don't care about boys anymore.
I see.
Would you tell me now?
The reason why we broke up?
Yeah,
That was a long time ago. I forgot.
I see.
And finally, I saw the bus.
Well then, I'm gonna go.
Be careful!
Yeah, thank you for today.
The reason why we broke up, huh? There's no way I could say it at this point. That I didn't have the confidence to stand next to her. How pathetic. I thought I'd grown up compared to back then. But it looks like I still didn't have that confidence after all. That day, something rare happened. Chica was called into the CEO's office, and when she came back, she was acting strange. Her eyes were looking down and she was pale. What's the matter?
Nothing.
You liar!
Seriously, it's nothing.
In the end, Chica kept her mouth shut. She refused to tell me anything. So I went directly to the CEO to ask him. Excuse me, sir. Miss Ichikawa is acting a little strange. I wanted to ask if anything happened. Oh yeah. one of her clients pulled out of their contract. But why? This was a project that I'd given to her. But apparently, ever since the last meeting, she and the client haven't been able to see eye to eye. What Ichikawa's saying and what they're saying aren't matching up. However, generally she's always been working by herself, so there's no way to confirm who's right. No way! I'm pretty sure that it has to be their misunderstanding, especially because something similar has happened before. But the fact is that we lost the contract because of this. Does that mean there's some punishment for this? There's no need for that. She's going to beat herself up about it already. And that's why, Kimura, this is your time to step up to the plate. Even when lunchtime came around, Chika didn't even try to take a break. Chika, it's time for the lunch break already.
I know, but...
There's no but. If you don't take a break, your performance is only going to get worse. So come on, let's go. I forced my hands onto Chika's computer, saved the data, and then shut it down.
Hey, what are you doing?
Lunch. Come on, let's eat.
What?
My treat.
So, why are we eating barbecue from the afternoon?
When you eat barbecue, most things don't seem to matter anymore.
It's going to make our clothes smell. This is the worst.
If they hear that you have enough energy to eat barbecue from the afternoon, everybody else will be relieved. Nobody wants to say anything. But everyone's worried about you. And plus, I'm going to smell the same as you, so we're both guilty. Here, take this one too. What, you're not gonna eat it?
I'll eat it, but...
How is it? This meat.
That's good.
Well then, good.
Yeah.
I heard about what happened from the CEO.
Is that so?
On top of that, I saw the materials that you were making until now. You're planning on going alone again, aren't you?
Because it was my mistake, so...
That's true.
That's why I have to go by myself, to try and make it right and get them back.
Don't you think that's wrong? Why do you think you have teammates? You can rely on me. Don't you remember what the CEO said? That there are some things that you can and can't do by yourself?
But...
There's no but. I'm going to come with you next time, alright? Why are you like this?
But this is all your fault, you know?
Huh? My fault?
That's right. Back in high school, I was always relying on you, and you only, Tori. I told you everything. But then suddenly, that was gone. Hey, do you have any idea how sad I was back then? Do you have any idea how hard it was for me? And I never want to feel that way ever again. That's why. I've decided to live my life on my own, without relying on anyone.
When she said that, I realized that despite the big talk I just gave, I also thought that Chika was fine on her own. That even without someone like me, I thought that was fine. And just like all of those other guys, I was looking at her like she was different. Even though I should have known better than anybody, because I was always with her, how weak Chika could be. How lonely she could be. That she was just a girl, the same age as me. That she wasn't anything different at all. That she had her own feelings too. I'm sorry.
About what?
That I left you all alone. But from now on, I'm going to be different. No matter what happens, I won't let you be alone. I'll be beside you. So, will you please give me another chance?
Are you being serious?
Of course. So please rely on me. On me, and all of us.
You're not just going to disappear again?
Yeah, I promise.
Well, then, fine. I guess I'll believe you. Oh, one more thing.
You can say anything you want. But then, Chika put on a teasing smile.
Can I order this A5 Prime Wagyu?
I simply couldn't say no. A lot happened after that too. Some things went well, and some things didn't go well. But amongst that, the business that we talked about and created together started to take off. Not only that, but apparently that was going to be used in the materials for a new spaceship that was in the middle of being created. We did it.
Yeah. Looks like the dream is finally going to come true.
What?
In high school, we talked about how cool it would be if something that we made together someday would fly out into space.
Oh yeah, that's right. Someday, that's right. Someday, if I became a man that could make a dream come true. Until recently, That's how I still felt. But now, it doesn't matter anymore. Even if I'm pathetic, as long as I can be by her side, I can help her. I realized that that's all I needed.
You know, being reunited at this company with you, Tori, really wasn't any coincidence.
What do you mean?
You remember, didn't you, that we had the same dream? Because we both carried the same dream that we had when we were in high school, because we both didn't forget. That's what led us to today. Do you know what they call things like that?
Will you tell me?
I think this is what they call fate.
Well, this is where things are going to become even harder.
I know, but it's going to be okay.
Is it?
Yeah, because I'm not alone anymore. So I hope you'll be by my side forever and ever.
Leave it to me.
I believe you.
And thus, the stars that always felt so far out of my reach, at that moment, I felt like I got a little bit closer to them.